most of the fire companies in Erie County. I grew up in a little place. If you grew up in Blaisdell, you remember North Collins? Well, I grew up in a little suburb or hamlet in North Collins called Langford. So my dad was a volunteer fireman there. So it runs in the family.
Oh, very good. Well, as close as I got to it is I worked for, and you may recognize this name, Scott Safety. The name here is Mike India Kilo Echo, and the call sign is W4DXL. Are you familiar with Scott equipment?
Yeah, I believe it's the Scott ATO now, but yeah, Scott, the famous, world famous Scott Impact.
That's the people. 3M bought us a few years ago, and I retired in 2020 rather. I've been retired since 2020, January 1st, 2020. But 3M bought us from, Johnson Controls, Tyco. Tyco and Johnson Controls merged, and they spun off Scott Safety. But anyway, neat to hear somebody from the old hometown area. I still feel like I'm home whenever I go up there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, things have changed. Nothing stays the same, but things do change. But it's still home. I was up to Langford a couple of years ago. And actually, it was last year. Well, it'd be 2 years ago now. And boy, the town has changed. The size of it really hasn't, but new buildings and buildings that aren't there anymore. I went to the cemetery and visited my grandparents who are buried there. And no matter where you move, the place where you grew up, that's home, no matter what.
Oh yeah, that's very, very true. So I didn't want to bust in. I'm not even sure if this is a net or what it is, but I wanted to say hello. And hello to you, Nate, W4NDK. I recognize that call sign right off the bat, and I probably butchered it. W4DXL.
Yeah, W4DXL. I'm glad you guys have that in common, the Elicott area. And you sound excellent here about 10 miles away or 5 miles away there, Mike. And W2ZDP, this is the famous Mike, former DJ from WBT AM, one of the biggest AM stations in the Southeast or the East Coast for a very long time, and still one of the largest ones still going. Mike, thanks for coming in. I was going to give you a ring, so I'll give you a ring sometime on the phone or send you a text. Over.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds good. Lots going on, including we are getting installation. They're just putting down the lines for Google Fiber. I'm very excited about that. So maybe in a few months we'll have Google Fiber in the area.
That's good to hear. And you sound very, very good across town on 75 meters. Google Fiber, so you will be entering the age of information from that area where you live. We don't have that yet here. Well, you sound great. Thanks for coming in, Mike. I stopped the live stream, but I am recording this, and so I'll post this on my YouTube channel, and you'll have access to it on Go Amateur Radio, so you can hear your audio from across town. Over.
Oh, very good, very good. This is the ICOM IC7300, and you're 20 over. You're 20 over on my meter here. Of course, we're not traveling long distance, but I'm operating barefoot with 100 watts, so that's all I got. That's all I can give you.
Roger that. You're 20 over also, I believe. Let me turn the gain all the way up. Give me a little more audio. I'll tell you what you are.
Okay. Test 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. We had quite an adventure in the past few weeks. We basically brought my granddaughter back from Michigan. She calls Charlotte home because she grew up here. So she wanted to come back after she graduated high school. So she's back with us now. And we went up there in the coldest possible time. It was like 20 degrees. And the van got stuck. We popped a spark plug, believe it or not. We popped a spark plug in Charleston, West Virginia. So the van still got a problem. It's in the repair shop because even though they fixed it up there, it started missing when I went up to retrieve it. So it's been quite an adventure. So hopefully that gives you enough audio. W4DXL.
Yeah, you're 20 over here. Definitely a strong 20 over, nice bass, nice treble, very good. well-rounded signal. I wish I was still live streaming because there is a audio engineer he taught up in Andover, Massachusetts that helps me out, and he was watching the stream, but I cut it right before you came in because I thought everybody was gone. I didn't know you were there. But I'm recording this. I'll post it out there, and maybe you guys can meet each other sometime on the stream or whatever. I was trying to get him to check in from Mass because he said we were 5'8" in Massachusetts. But you sound very good, Mike. Sorry about your spark plug and it's missing. But we got 21 degrees down here, so you brought the weather with you. 73, I'm going to go out and move the Subaru, my son's Subaru, into the driveway so it doesn't get run into on the street. And I'll say 73, and I really appreciate you being here. I'll send you a message right soon. Over.
73, Nate. Good to hear you on the radio. Missed talking to you. I don't know if you were around for the VHF thing that Bill had up on top of the parking deck. That was last weekend, I believe. I didn't go. I just was not motivated, so I didn't go, but he had a thing up there on the parking deck.
Yeah, which parking deck was he on, South Park or Dilworth?
South Park.
Oh, wow, I missed it. I saw his email, but I didn't really see the email. I had a lot going on. I've been working down at that Kenwood company, and I'll tell you about that, but I'm posting this on YouTube. So we'll talk offline. I'll give you a call sometime when that's convenient. Maybe is tomorrow good, or what's good for you?
Well, I don't have any plans for tomorrow, so anytime tomorrow will be just fine.
Okay, I'll give you a call. I supposedly have a doctor's appointment in the morning unless they close their office. I'll give you a call. Thanks very much, Mike. Good to hear you. I've never heard you on, I don't think I've ever heard you on HF across town. I've always talked to you on FM. Very nice signal. And I'm using the W4DXL mystery antenna, the dipole. It's got, little pieces of coax in it, so it's got more lobes of radiation. It's my 80-meter antenna. I'm not using the doublet. But 73, you guys taught me everything I know. And I don't know much, but you didn't teach me everything you know. So I still need to come out to the meetings. 73.
73, Nate. That's exactly what I'm using, the W4DXL mystery antenna. And it's up maybe about 25 or 30 feet. And it does the job. I don't know. I've talked to California on this thing. It's just been amazing. So anyway, I won't tie you up any longer, but good to hear you in there, and good to hear the station from up north there. 73 W4DXL.
73 W4NDK. Nate and Charlotte. See you later, W4DXL. Mike, the famous DJ from WBT AM. 73 W4NDK clear.